Welcome back to 5-Minute Life Hacks. I'm your host, Natalia Ambrosia, coming at you from my bedroom in Los Angeles, California. I recorded this episode a few weeks ago. It's about flow and how when you're in flow, you can lead a happier and more connected life. And I find it really relevant right now because currently we're not in flow with the universe. We are being asked to stop, look around, and think about how we can get back into flow with the universe. So in this episode, I'll tell you a little bit more about what flow is, how you can recognize that you're not in flow, and how to get back into flow.
So what do I mean by flow? You know those days when you wake up and things are just not going your way? You know, you wake up, you're already late, there's traffic, or you're trying to reach a position at your job and everything. There's just so many obstacles. And I'm not talking about hard work, because things are going to be hard work and getting what you want is sometimes hard work. I'm talking about things are just not working out. Or, you know, sometimes a relationship, you meet someone and it works out at first, but then it's just really, really hard. You guys are not at the same page. It's just not working. And then there's other times when things are just falling on your lap. You get a job, you meet someone at a party and they happen to do exactly what you do and they offer you a job, or you get a promotion at work, or you meet someone while you're hiking and you don't even try and it just feels effortless. Well, that is flow. Flow is like when you are swimming in the ocean and you're going with the current and everything seems to be pushing you in the right direction. And then not in flow is when you're swimming in the opposite direction against the current. And it's just harder. You're still going towards where you want, but it's very slow. And so a lot of the times if you're not in flow, it means that you're probably not going in the direction that's best for you at the time. In today's episode, I'm going to give you a quick little trick to learn how to recognize when you're in flow and when you're not in flow. And if you're not in flow, how to get back into flow. So I've been thinking about flow a lot lately, and a really good example for me is when I was back in college, because it's really relevant actually. When people are looking for relationships, I hear a lot of my single friends say, this is just not working and he or she's not messaging me back and I don't understand. Why is it so hard? And I actually remember back when I was in college, I remember I was having loads of fun. And at one point, though, a lot of my friends had boyfriends. Most of my friends had boyfriends. And then I thought, you know what? I want a boyfriend as well. So I would meet people. They'd be fun. It just wouldn't work out or I wouldn't be interested. And it just seemed so hard. And then at one point, as the cliche goes, I was just like, I don't care, whatever. And I stopped, right? As soon as I stopped, I met someone and it was just so effortless and so perfect. It seemed magical. And we ended up being in a relationship for a while. And it just worked. It just flowed, you know? And that's what advice I give to my friends now when something's not working, is to just let it go and go with the flow. Find the path of least resistance. So what does that mean? You know, I'm going to use the cliche now. A lot of people say, you know, when one door closes, another door opens. And like when you're in the midst of things, that's really difficult to hear because you're like, this door is closed, right? And you don't want the door to be closed. But actually, have you ever had that happen to you where something doesn't work out? Let's say it's a relationship or a job and you're so sad when it's happening and you're mortified or whatever. And then years later, months later, even a day later, you are in a better place and then you realize, oh, that's why that didn't happen. It's because this was meant for me or that wasn't meant. You understand it all. Those are lessons we're learning by not going with the flow. They're lessons we have to learn. And don't get me wrong, you still have to learn these lessons. But what I want you to do is learn how to be more in sync with yourself and the universe and your flow so that you can learn these lessons quicker so that you can have a happier life and you can move on faster. So the quick trick you can do to get more in flow is look at any issue or problem you're having in your life. Stop, breathe, look around and see where is the path of least resistance. See what you can do, where you can actually go. That's not working. Okay, I'm going to try this. Let's say it's a relationship. This just seems really hard. Maybe don't try as hard. Maybe look elsewhere. Maybe work on yourself. Look inward and see maybe that changes the dynamic. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you have to go somewhere else. So stop, breathe, look for the path of least resistance, and then go there. And then I promise you, the more and more you do this and you practice this, the quicker you're going to learn to recognize closed doors and move on to the next door. As always, I want to hear from you at Natalia Ambrosia on Instagram. Let me know what flows you've been working on. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Keep flowing. Have an amazing day. Bye.